Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I made it out here. I'm here. Woo! Golly. I'm here. Jump scare in 3, 2, 1. Oh. Yeah, there I am. Hi. Hey, Topple. How are ya? Seriously, debate running here for locals? I haven't made a Pleiades Sage deck yet. So, I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, head on over to bed. Have a good night. We'll chit chat. I'm confused why it's no longer started. It stopped putting everybody's like usernames and instead put their whole @ on here. So probably gonna forget some people's names with this. Anywho, hi everybody. Hopefully we're doing good. Hopefully we're having a good day today. We're obviously gonna do some Sage stuff. I'm gonna do some further testing with oh, you're probably thinking of DM Armada. DM Armada did make a deck for Pleiades, well, did an interview for a deck for Pleiades. I did my deck tech with DM Armada on Olympia. So if you're confusing me with DM Armada, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. Yeah, I did end up getting a nice deck tech in with Steven. It was really good. I was just really happy to be part of it in general. I didn't think I'd do that well. I almost expected to be shown up for sure, and then I won. Well, I was one of the winners, I should say, so. But, yeah. So what we're doing today is I'm hoping to get more testing in with Decimator Olympia. I want to try out Overpower in the deck, because apparently it's really good. But we'll see. And then I think the next step would be to just kind of refine it. Because I think that's going to be probably my main deck, if I were to guess. Where am I getting Overpower from? Oh no, so Overpower the card, not Overpower the keyword. If you look here, Overpower this. So it's +4 on target weapon. If defending hero is defending with a card from their hand, it's another +2. So effectively it's a +6. I think if I'm taking out anything for that, it might be... Because I want to think about the curve, right? I could probably take out Engage Swiftblade for the blues. But for the reds, do I take out one of these attack actions instead? Because this is... The difference is this is a 2-card 7. This is a 2-card 7. This is a 2-card 7-ish. But this, I have to swing the weapon, which means it costs 3. And then I have to pay another 3 to have this get bumped up to possibly 10. So I think Overpower might just be for the late game. So I think maybe we just try with the blues instead of that. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, we definitely don't. That's the thing here with this, at least, is that Olympia does not care about gold or wagering in this format at all. In CC, sure, right? You could play it a little bit differently, I think, but... All right, let's play this into the competitive Silver HQ and see what we do. Yeah, exactly. Just a tank with a hat. Yeah, there's some people who are on, like, rainbow... Excuse me. Because, again, that's a 3-card 6. I think that's why I don't want to play the reds. I'm fine playing the blues, because late game, it's going to be all blues the deck. But playing reds doesn't sound right. We are going to go first. I will play AB3 into this because I don't want to get messed up. We'll do that, and then we'll probably also put in... we can just put another blue, maybe? Sure. Just put another blue. And then we're all good there. We'll just send. We'll just spin deck. So Acilio's pretty interesting here, I think. Put this lower. Oof. That really is just a weird camera angle, isn't it? There I am. There I am. It's me. I'm right here. Oh, that's right. Ooh, I want to change this. Enable streamer mode. I don't actually know. Let's just send this. Do something here. Telstar Classic board. I will gain a life. Add that to Arsenal and pass. Cool. Then CC gotta ask something stupid simple like mid-range Olympia. I mean, I just don't think Olympia's got the tools, if I'm being honest. Well, that's not gonna get that. What is this, red line? I'll give you 3 here. Fry for 6. I could probably give 6 here. Just gonna keep our life total up. That's what we need. They shouldn't have to do anything. They should not be destroying Mark of Lightning to this at all. And now they're not going to have any money to pay for this thing, Volzar. So they're probably just going to AB3 something. Perfect. What are we doing? realize my camera is not. Whoops. That's where I should be. All right, we're ending turn. Yeah, I don't know. Olympia's an interesting one, right? I think at the end of the day, Olympia just kind of is a warrior, right? I mean, I think that's the best part. Oh, I am? Oh, I am. Hopefully that fixes itself. Is it looking a bit better now? Looks good on our end here, but... Interesting. I might have to drop my bitrate or something. I think it might just be because we have people who are streaming a movie right now, so could just be a bad thing. It's okay. I think it's fine. Not too bad right now. What the heck? What's I talking about? Olympia. Just Olympia not being very great, I think is the thing. Okay, we get Fry. Fry for what? Kid, we get a new sword. They cough, cough. Watch Hollow be the Olympia distance. I don't know. I mean, I think Olympia getting that new armor at least like helps a little bit, but probably not as much as you'd like it to be. I think we just block 3 here. Again, they don't have a way to get Volzar up here. I'm curious if this is just supposed to be like Aurora, but in disguise. And like they don't run any arcane at all. That would be really funny. But they obviously run arcane because there's Glyph right here and Spindle. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know what they could do to make Olympia better in CC. They'd have to do some like attack reaction recursion or like destroy 2 gold and copy an attack reaction on the chain link. Yeah, that could be cool. It's probably going to be the longest Cecilio game I've ever played because either I'm lagging and they're getting like a big amount of like back-end lag, or they're lagging and it is like taking them forever to make a move. No, it was them. It was them. Second strike, no go again. Okay. I could give Oasis here and then put Somersault in the thing. I almost kind of want to just take this here. Azalea is cracked in Sage, I would say. I don't know. I think I actually just pay for this. Yeah. Oh, okay, I guess they're leaving. Yeah, I don't know that this works too well without them having the stuff, and it doesn't seem like they're not getting these for a while, so. All right, here, let's do a thing here. Make a text thing. Score counter. Oh, I already have a score counter. Score counter. Come on. Where is it? There it is. Score counter. Let's change this to be 1-0. Never didn't have it. All right, let's go into the next game. Yeah, Matt, it's definitely really powerful. I think that playing, what do you call it? This is an interesting one. I think we just play Scar and this. And I'm going first. Yeah, I think that overall Azalea is like pretty insane into this. I do also think that there is a world in which... Ooh, did we just... We can swing 7 or we can swing 7. And I think I'd rather just have this out. Second Strike is a pretty good card, but Second Strike you have to hit before you play the card. You can't hit while the card is on the combat chain and then it'll get go again. So it's a very specific thing you have to know about. I just don't know that Acilio player had like that information, I guess. Blocking 4. Do you have a D-React? Lay low. Okay. Interesting. So they gave me 3 cards. Good for me. Steelblade Shunt's gonna go crazy in this, by the way. Do we Sharpen Steel, pitch to Decimator here? I am marked now. 4. Make it 4. I don't want you to get your fealty. There's no way that's good for them though, right? Like, outed seems nuts. Yeah, 4 go again, but not Draconic. You didn't create a fealty, so this won't get go again. Just probably pitch this, right? Yeah, because it's not going to get go again, so... Play Sharpen Steel. Pitch. Yeah, it's like, if I keep Fang off of fealty counters for the entirety of this game, they pretty much can't win. Oh yeah, I guess if you created a fealty token this turn, it gets go again. So yeah, since I'm marked. Okay, I'm gonna get their full blocking potential from their equipment. That's pretty huge for me. I could block 2 here on the assumption that they're going to give it goes. I guess if they do, I can also do this, which is probably not bad either. That's fine. Block 2. There it is. Tooth. Still no fealty. 4. I could effectively give 6 here, keep them off of it, and then maybe send sirens. I guess I could give them 5 and then give them this for 7, but if it's +3, it'll pump to 8. Let's just do this. Scar Tissue and an Endear? Probably. Sisters of Fire. Well, that's not what that is. There's the Scar Tissue, though. Alright. So there's no point in me blocking. I'm effectively just going to take this damage. Get marked. They get a fealty. I'll stay marked. Pursue to the Edge of Oblivion. What in the hell? I don't want you to have fealty. Yeah, I mean, you have to play Scar. Scar's really good. I don't like that I use my armor so early, but they are not going to really be able to use their armor early here either. Or they already used their early. Yeah, Pursue's pretty good. Again, I think I just need to keep them off fealty. If I catch them with a handful of instants, it's like whatever, right? But I don't know what we really do from there. Like, they're probably not going to give me a card from hand. There'd be no reason for them to do that. If they have a hand of all reds, that's really good. Yeah. So we just deal 4. We can probably ping them down with just, like, shunts if we really want to. Ravenous for 4. I could give them 4 to keep them off this. They're probably going to want that, though. Let's do this. Actually, no. No, let's do this. Again, we want to keep them off fealty. Fine giving all of my armor to keep them off fealty. Because I bet they have... Oh, okay. Are they going to have a pump here? Cool. That was a bad hand for them. They get to keep their fealty, though. I'm going to send 4. They're not going to block. And there, like, might be a turn. If I get 2 blues and a red felling swing in my hand, I might just be like, okay, deal with this then. Because they can only block 1 here. Like, this is kind of an okay hand. Yeah. Again, it's just because they have to pay. They have to pay for these things currently. They don't have the ability to do that. Scar for a Scar, that's really good. I think I'm just going to let you have this one. I certainly don't want to block with 2 cards. Because I can come in for like 8 or 9 next turn. Let's give you 1 here. No, you know what? We shouldn't do that. We should give them... a felling swing here. What was their first attack? Scar for a scar. So they need to play it. Okay. Yeah. I smell like a big pump here. The real question here is, do I give a shit? Because if I block 5 here, I gain a life, and then I don't do anything. If I block 6 here, they pump it over, and I swing 4. Like, they'll probably just take 4. Now, we will give 6. Spell 4 of the Drakai. I mean, that's fine. At that point, they're already going to be live, right? Let's give them 1 more, actually. No. No. Just give them 6. I don't care. Go ahead. Pump it over. Like, they haven't taken anything. Like, they have not blocked any of these Decimator Great Axe turns. If I could just prevent damage, swing 4, eventually I'm at a point where it's like, okay, look at that. Value Town, population us. Right? Unless it's a scar tissue. It's not. That's what we like to see. What we like to see. Again, if my next turn is a felling swing and 2 blues, I'm kind of like in the best spot I could possibly be. They broke this because they certainly have Fire and Brimstone, right? Like, certainly. I think they're trying to kill me this turn. They still have to pay, unless, of course, they have a thing, so... It seems like they just have a lot of cards in their deck that say mark your opponent. And those don't always, like, help them. Like, exposed is a lot. Oh. Sorry, I did not see that. 4. Interesting. We will give 5. Another one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yikes. Well, now I regret blocking it all. I don't give a shit. Play this. Yeah, no kidding. The Syndra is like absolutely slamming through this shit. This has got to be their pop-off turn, because I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Am I gonna get Fire and Brimstoned? I hope I don't. We'll just give you nothing here. I'll give you another one. I don't care. You can have them. Top a fealty. Huh. In retrospect, I probably should have blocked. Oh, Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. Damn, that's crazy. I actually can't block this. That's so shit. That's actually so shit. Hold on. Yeah, good game. You got it. That's crazy. That's crazy. I should have just gotten block value. They really just went 5 chain links wide with that shit. They went Hunt to the Ends of Wraith, Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. Nah, they're not even on that shit, apparently. They are, yeah, for the Drakai. This is a lot. This is a lot more attack actions than I expected. Very interesting. All right, well. Gotta update the score counter. Yeah, I think the drawing into 2 Hunt to the Ends of Wraith when I'm already marked, pretty good. I think I should have blocked out more on those things and just taken an off turn. Especially since I knew I had those there, because like whatever it was, I would have for sure just like had a bad time. I think I go first in this scenario. And then I will just make sure to do a Oasis, 2 Unmovable, and a Wounded Blow. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, the on hits are obviously you get silver or fealty, whatever the hell. Interesting. I think I just actually get... Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just, it was more Draconic than it was Warrior. Wasn't ready for it. It's okay, though. We prepare. If we run into it again, we'll kind of have a better idea. So we're still running the same stuff anyway. Already popping chess piece. Interesting. Are you gonna blind Azalea as well? Like, that's gotta be a thing, right? Thank you, my love. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I have dinner. Never didn't have it. 14 dominate. You know, we probably don't need to give all this equipment. Let's take a little bit of it. Pitch into this. Yeah, they did do it blind. Sure, double inertia. Okay. Sorry, Mike. I was delivered katsu. I need to eat. They're looking at the top card of their deck. As one does. Alright. We're having a dinner break after this. Yeah, watch, I bet they blind this one again too. Like, no, okay, they knew. Scout was there. Sleep Dart, I don't give a shit about that card. I give a shit about the Dominate. This card I should have taken out. This isn't gonna block anything. Put this in Arsenal, and then it's this into this, and then this into this. If they block. Yeah. If they don't block, I just pitch this into... Okay. Shunt. That's what we want to see. We just gotta hope they whiff. They're gonna whiff at some point here. For 4? I think I just give them this. Yeah. All right, do your thing. Hamstring shot. Look at that. Literally blind is it? Oh no, you knew what I was on top. The fuck. I keep thinking it's always blind, and it's definitely not. Hell yeah. 8. I can block 8. Well. Yeah, I can block 8. Oh no, I can't. Release the tension. Fuck me. Okay. First attack action card they play. So just do this. Send 4. They're out of armor. This is nice. We can't get another release the tension. It's gonna be really bad for us. Red infecting shot. Scout. There is not anything on top. They're sending 11. 1, 3, 4, 8. Respite kind of sucks here, actually. This is 8. This is... Hold on, I have to do math. Thinking. So this is 8, 9. So I need 2 more block. I can just use the springboard somersault. But I want to put that in there. Oh, God. I also needed to pitch to this. So I think we're just keeping... Sending 4, of which they're probably going to have to block. I guess they don't have to block it. This is the best part, is like Azalea is really good for like 3 turns, and then she's not. Cool, down to 1. We have an immovable in hand. That's actually really good for us. Hand of all blues. We get sirens, so we can heal if we really need to. I think we just need to get a whiff, right? Our opponent needs to whiff, because we can just kill them. Pitch, load, sedation shot. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I've played into so many Azalea on Sage now, and literally it's just like play Azalea, like do the Azalea ability. Oh, Memorial Ground's pretty good. Yo, what's up, Jesus? Night's going good. Night's going good. I was just delivered dinner, so I'm gonna be finishing this game, and then we'll sit and chat. Oh, God. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. I don't have an arsenal. This is 11. Dominate. So we pretty much just play this, right? This blocks for 5. We take 6, go down to 1. And then we have to kill them or we die. I don't know that I like that. No, we don't have to kill them. Sorry. The hell? We just send 4. Take 2 cards from their hand and then... Yeah. And then just pitch to the thing. There's only 1. Yeah. Let's just say no blocks. Yeah. At least one more turn. 4, they're going to have to give me 2 cards, so it's going to be a harder game for them. They're going to have to blind Azalea. And if they whiff, they die. So... Is this on the horizon? I'm going to lose my mind. Nope. Yeah. Pitch, load, dry powder shot. See, this card does me nothing here, so I have to hope they get... Oh, really? 3 dominate is what you got out of this thing. You got 3 dominate out of this bitch. I can actually play this now. I'm not going to do all that, though. I think I just send 6 to gain a life, right? Because this will send 4, this will send 6. I think we do that. Because I don't want this card man. Cool. Gain a life. Arsenal. Okay. We got a shunt. Not going to help us here. We do get 1 point of life that we get to work with here, though. So we will... Everything blocks for fucking 2. You know what? Give both of these. Sure. I don't know that that's right, but we'll see. With a go tall, not go wide deck? Probably. It'd have to be like go tall arcane, probably. Ugh. This feels good, folks. This feels good. I hate that I have to pass to them and give them a whole hand, but... we'll do that. Why not 7? 6? 7? Is that what we're doing? I've heard that on 8 different streams now today. Okay, they have to hit me for a lot here. I mean, they could probably get there. Like, it's probably not going to be hard for them to do. Yeah, the Azalea's on the verge of fatigue. I think that there's just, like, only whiffs left in their deck, pretty much. 13, go again. 3, 6, 9? Actually, wait a minute. 3, 6, 10? Oh, no. I die here. That's rough. Damn. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Man, if only this counted as weapons. Good game. Crazy. They still got there. So let's take a look at what was left here, right? I was threatening like 4 damage. Finals for 7, but I could be wrong. I don't have anything left in my hand. Like it couldn't send anything back. So otherwise I would. They threatened 14, 11, 12, 11, 13, like pretty consistently. So yeah, it's a crazy deck. Minute 3 cards. Okay, hold on. Stop. Did I not? What are you talking about? I put Findall's in Arsenal, and then I literally did not have a hand for the next 2 turns. I'm confused. Am I crazy? I overblocked by 1 on the turn Dolo Assist. I did overblock by 1, but I couldn't. Like, I was at 1. I'm gonna have to run that one back and see, because I'm not sure where I could have messed up. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, taking a look at this hand, I don't think they pitch decked me. So the Siren's first 3 cards out of hand. Yeah. I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, I guess theoretically that could have been good. I think I was looking at more the life perspective of it, but they would have had to give me 3 cards. If that, unless, right, that's the other thing too. Unfortunately, with this deck, I do think that sometimes I see them on the horizon. I just hadn't seen it. But that is on me. That is on me. We're gonna do a quick hangout sesh because I have to eat food. I'm hungry, but we can chit chat, hang out. If it sounds like food noises, just tell me. I will mute my mic. All right, I want all this curry on this thing here. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I didn't make that change. That's YouTube. That's why I was like, I swear I know what that was, but I don't know. I don't know, Saren. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sucks that game went that way. I think I just like didn't. I think I just tunnel visioned into like, oh, I should gain health. If y'all have never had katsu curry before, you need to go get you some, because it's so good. No, we're not molding. I'm just trying to figure out. I got tunnel vision to that last game, and I should have won, or at least should have had a better chance into winning, but honestly, if I lose to one of the best decks in the format, I don't feel that bad. Yeah. Yeah, she's really good. Certainly one of the best decks in the format. Unless you're Terra. Trying to do a mukbang stream real quick. Sorry for that, everybody. I'm just really hungry, and I want this in my belly. Because my wonderful girlfriend made it for me. I didn't say hi? I did say hi. Oh, I was... Did I not say hi? I said hi when you said that your name was messed up. Are you gaslighting me? Are you gaslighting me right now, Sarah? Roll the clip. Gaslamping. True. It's not like that one time you were super ignored by, who was it? Who was streaming? Was it Luke? It might have been Luke. Yeah, I think for sure. I think the best decks in the format right now: Ira, Azalea, Terra. Buy is actually pretty good, but probably not that good. Oh no. Your life's falling apart, girl. Yeah. Dude, Staunch Red is insane. Guardian is just insane. You know what? We can probably do a tier list, huh? I think I've played enough of this format to know. Want to do tier list, everybody? Staunch is legal in Sage. And it is fucked. A life-changing crepe will change you. Yeah, we can do a tier list. We get that set up here. God damn it. Well, I guess it's in Blitz. Why is it showing hero powers in that? Weird. Okay. Lost to Max the Hype Nitro? That'll do it. 3-1 inconceivable one. Oh, that's right. That's right. That was just Wednesday. How was that? Yeah, guess the max, but I don't know. Who would have thought? I'm sorry if I completely have forgotten. Link, have we met in person at an armory? Like, do I know you already? Or have I not met you yet? Inconceivable as an RTN? Ooh, that's fun. I gave you a scarf. That does not tell me a lot. Oh, Xavier! Yes! Of course, of course. My fellow assassin player. Well, good. I'll commit that to memory as best as I can. Fatigued yourself first, Teklo? Sometimes that happens. Also, you're talking about the... I think those are Chinese Fate for scenes, is that right? Or is there a different Fate for scene I don't know about? Yeah. God, I could eat this for days, weeks, months. If you fed me only katsu curry. I'm trying to score him. Well, I don't blame you. I still feel bad about not pulling the trigger on those ravenous rabbles. As a Pleiades main about the Black Friday promo pack, sure. You can complain about it. Because everybody else is mad. Yeah, like the fact the deck is going to be like the most blinged a deck could be. I just think it's crazy that like they only put in Guardian cards. Like nothing else. Nothing else. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh. Staring, making moves. Making moves. You're getting shmoney. All right. So there's no way for me to apparently remove adult heroes from the Blitz thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this tier as the not in the format tier. I don't know why it's like that. 'Cause not all of them are like that. It's just some of them. Can't play this hero. Can't play Blaze. Can't play Syndra. Can't play Dio. Sage tier list template on, is there? There's not. Like I'm on Fab Blazing. This is where it is. Is there really? Where do you see it, Teklo? And sorry, I don't have links in the chat, so. Oh, okay. No! No, this is slander. This is slander. This is slander. That's slander. You can't be doing all that shit. You're just mad. I heard you beat that you almost lost to another one. I hear Sam's been on a fucking tear. Well, a tear. As tear as can be. I can't believe you defame me like that. Oh, woof. Yikes. Big oof. I hate that I have to scroll down every single time I want to do this, too. Oh, so they don't have young gravy bones here, but they have adult gravy bones? Come on. What is happening? Jarl. Yeah, it is certainly not. It is definitely the Huntsman's game to lose. I will agree. Well, no, we need RKO in the fucking thing. There's 2 KOs. Why are there 2? This is dumb. Kasai, other Kasai. No, same Kasai. Not missing the other Kasai. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, I gotta say. Bop 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 bop. Goliath, Marlin. I hate that there's not young things for this. Tekla, if you have a way to point me in the direction of this, I will change this. Yoji can't play. Different site. Oh. Not on Fab Blazing? It's just a tier, like a tier list site. Let me try finding this here. Hold on. No, it's gonna filter out. It's gonna filter out. What do you call it? links. So it's not going to be able to showcase that. This, no. If you just like type in the main site, I can find it. And I also cannot Google it. It is not like tier maker. Oh, literally on tier maker? Silver Age. And blood. Flesh and Blood Sage decks. Flesh and Blood Silver Age. Okay. How many options are there? Does it say? It's probably everybody, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 28, 50, or 42, 50. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it should be 58. Cool. Well, then we found it. Thank you for saving me literally so much more time, Tekla. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. Anyway, Bob. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's make a tier list, huh? Let's make a tier list. Who are the devs gonna ban? They'll ban Ira, probably. That's what I would think. I would think they'd ban Ira, but just don't put Terra above Oldhim in the tier list. Yeesh. No, they're on the same level. Let's see here. All right, so Arachne, just regular contract Arachne. That's definitely a C tier hero deck. We're gonna not worry about D tier. There's pretty much, these are both effectively the same. I might even just delete that row. Yeah. Huntsman Young, pretty bad. Solitary Confinement is a nice solid A deck. I'm also not going to elaborate on some of these just because I've literally gone through all of these. But if you have any like specifics that you are seeing, reasons you want to talk about why I'm making my decision, let me know. Aurora is a tier deck. Azalea is an S tier deck. Benji is a B tier deck. Betsy is I guess technically a B tier deck. Bolton is a C tier deck. Yeah, A and up can be played. Anything below that is not. Bravo can technically be A, but for the sake of this, this is far above that. And Young Vincent's abs, they're right. Yeah, I skipped every other part of the gym day. Briar is S tier. Chain is A tier. I don't know. I almost think Chain is B tier in this format, but that's just me. I don't know that Chain can exist. Syndra's B tier. Datadol is C tier. Dash IE and Dash IO are good. Dory, if you're playing Decimator, can be A tier. Dromai is A tier. Enigma is, I don't know, probably way up there on A tier. B is could get to A if Pendle. Yeah, for real, yeah. Phi, I think, is like high A. Fang, I think, is like low A. Florian is C tier. The deck's pretty bad. Gravy is like B tier. I haven't really done a whole lot with Gravy, but I don't know that they're great. Ira is S tier. Icelander's A tier. Kano is A tier. The only reason these are in A tier is not because they're like the nuts, but it's because they get to play on your turn, which is really powerful to do. Kasai is, this Kasai specifically is in B. This Kasai is in A. Katsu is in C tier. Yeah, literally only for his ability. Cavdane is an S tier hero. I will take no further questions. KO is an an S tier hero. Berserker Runt is, and no, Berserker Runt's a C tier hero. Don't play that shit. RKO is actually kind of fucking fun to put in A. Levia is a C tier hero. Sorry, everybody, it's bad. Lexi is an A tier hero for sure. Just being able to go from lightning or ice, and of course it's like insane. Lyeth is a fucking A tier hero. So long as you don't get like outvalued, Lyeth is able to come in for like, I don't know, like 26. Like a Titan Sister 26 just kind of fucking kills you. So that's a thing. Marlin, haven't done a lot with Marlin. I'm assuming because she doesn't really have a whole lot of harpoons. She's probably C tier. Max the Hype Nitro, C tier. No. I think just because you get to play the good mechanologist stuff, you're probably like B tier. Don't tell Tanner. Also, this is probably like the quickest. This is probably the quickest tier list you'll ever be a part of. Oldham is S tier. New is S tier. Meh. Is she though? Is she though? I think she actually stays here. She do brick, but she's also a pretty good counter for... She's a good counter for Guardians. Olympia is going to be A tier. I know I love this deck, but it's definitely A tier. Acilio is C tier. Pleiades is C tier. Probably, maybe B tier. I have to check out that one deck that went 3-0. There's no way Prism is good, so I'm going to put her in C tier. There's no way Puffin is good. Rhinar is A tier. Riptide is A tier. Scurv is B tier. I don't really like this deck. Teklo is C tier. Terra is S tier. Tough Nut is definitely C tier. I'm not going to do a 2-hour Taylor Crawford list. Not at all. We can talk about the heroes and their placements after. I just want to get them in there. Zuri, bad. Valda's got something. I mean, just the fact that she's a guardian kind of puts you in there. Verdance, actually kind of fun. I think she's got potential to be an A tier deck. Victor as a guardian is good. Viserai is probably one of the best. Yuck. Yeah, these ads are not helping my thing. You know what? Actually, here, this is probably a better idea. There you go. Take that. Take that, Fab Blazing or Tier Maker. Now what? Where are you going to get your ads from now? Right there. Vincent is good A tier deck because of Pummel. Zen is like a pretty good ninja as well, especially with the Honing Hood stuff. So that is my tier list. We can, of course... That's right. That is confirmed. I'm thinking of them, and I'm thinking I don't want to see them on my screen. So let's talk about C tier stuff first, and then kind of go through it, right? Azuri, assassins are just not great in the format. So C tier is pretty bad. Azuri does not have enough tools to do very well. I think she still needs a lot more. Obviously, assassins care a lot about their like powerful majestics. And that's just kind of it. Tough Nut has 3 cards. Really hard to beat any of these decks up here when you only get 3 cards in your hand. You have Teklevossen, which has like nearly no equipment for you to play, and also no singularity, so the deck is bad. Puffin, too many no blocks in the deck, gonna get you killed. Prism, you do not get Luminaris, so it doesn't do anything at all. So it gets 5 new rares next set that actually give her identity. 3 to 2 2 cost sneak attacks with an effect. She doesn't get an identity. I think she's fine. It's not the craziest thing. I think Azuri is trying to do the thing where you swap stuff and that's her identity, and she's not able to do it very well. So it's high roll. Yeah, it is high roll. It's a high roll deck. I think Florian's all right. Scurv is okay, but again, the whole deck revolves around Money or Your Life and Pummel, and that's it. Yeah, she can use Luminaris. She's uses the bad Luminaris. Yeah. Bad Luminaris. Acilio, too many instants to go wide. I think you have access to Sigil of Conductivity, which is good, but I don't think that it is enough to make a change. You need to get it out pretty early, and then you also need to be able to send Big Arcane at your opponent. Other decks can do it better. So Marlin, there's not enough harpoons in this deck, so you need to either make them with Goldfin harpoon stuff, which means you need to make gold generation, which is not so easy to do in this. So Marlin's definitely more of a C tier. Probably just end up playing something like Death Dealer, which at that point just like just play a better Ranger. Levia, not good. I don't think she's very good. You don't get to flip to Redeemed or Blasmafet, and frankly, Blood Debt is just like really hard for her to deal with. If she whiffs once, she dies. So, or she gets disrupted once she dies, I should say. KO Berserker Run. This deck is super awesome when it's good, and then it's really bad every other time. Prism 2.0. So Prism 2.0 is a Majestic, so she's not actually on the list. She cannot be played in Sage. All right, bye, Saren. I'll see you on Monday. Or no, yeah, Monday. Take care. Katsu is not great. I think that you have to make your deck pretty specific towards combo. Edge of Autumn Katsu is probably okay, but it's really not like game changing. Having to give up a card to find a card is fine, but most of the time you're not really putting out a ton of damage because you don't have lines like Bonds of Ancestry. So Katsu not very good. Florian, your decomposed cards suck. Your Runechant generation cards suck. The only thing I found this deck has been very good with is swinging Nebula Blade. Playing a non-attack action to pump your Nebula Blade and then swinging Nebula Blade. That is it. That's the deck. You're going to see that video tomorrow. It's just kind of not okay. Sure, sometimes it can happen. The rest of the time, it's pretty lackluster. Data Doll, again, 3 cards in your hand. You can't be doing all that nonsense. 3 cards in your hand and also a deck full of like 0 blocks. Not good. Bolton, you can't give up a card to charge and then still threaten a decent amount of damage. If they came out with better Light Warrior support in Pen, it actually wouldn't be too bad. But that would bring it from a C to a B, not from a B to an A. Bar none. 14 rune chants have words. 14 rune chants, it's like, what, you're dead by then. Like, you are dead by then. That's the difference, right? Compared to you play Florian into these heroes, you are dead by the time you get to actually swing anything with those rune chants, which is not good. And then Arachne with contracts is just kind of not where it needs to be. Nothing has really been able to like make that better. So unless there's new contract cards that are coming out in the next set, which maybe there will be. Oh, holy shit. Yeah. So Arachne is going to stay down there, from Dynasty Arachne, Contractney. So then we move into B tier. Scurv is B tier strictly because it gets to utilize Pummel in like a really good way. Also, Gold Kiss Rum, you get an ally, like the whole thing. It's got a lot of really good stuff you can do, but it's got a lot of 2 blocks. It's got a lot of 2 blocks, and you have to keep most of the cards in your hand in order for you to have like a pretty good line. And you don't often get to do that because you just get hit. So Scurv's kind of in B tier for that. Pleiades is a Guardian, so she already gets like a big bump. But if you're playing the specific style for her, you don't get to do as much in Sage. Like you could still send a comfortable like 11 every now and again or whatever, but I don't know that she's A tier. Again, it's a lot of like setup that's required, and most heroes you need to be able to take like N off turn. If you can take A off turn to set up, that's good. Pleiades sometimes needs like 2 off turns, and that's 2 turns too much. Max is really good if you're playing into the late game because you can effectively make your whole deck pitchless. But I don't know. It's not the best of the mechanologists. So not bad. A fine pick if you're trying to go long, like do a long game with Max. This is Kasai just from heavy hitters. Explain Pleiades. I just don't. So for one, I haven't really done a whole lot with her, but from what I'm imagining is that it's going to take a couple additional turns to kind of set up with her. And a lot of these other decks don't allow you to get like a turn to set up. Besides like maybe going against another Guardian. She also doesn't have as much disruption unless she's sending things like Concuss. She does have the perk of being a Guardian, so it is just like better in general. But I think the way she plays is a lot more setup oriented, and I don't know how well that plays into many things. So, but yeah, that's Pleiades. Turn the popper right away to send 11, 12. Yeah, but like 11, 12 is fine. And like, I think like confidence tokens are probably the only thing that's like, oh, cool. Okay. That might be fine. But the problem is that if Pleiades cares about confidence tokens and sending large numbers, what do you do into these two? Like, what do you do into them? They literally play like 8 block cards that all block for 4. you can't do anything into them. Like you get to keep your whole hand, and then they get to go block 8. That's pretty bad. Then we have Kasai. Kasai is pretty good from like a warrior perspective, but the drawing of card concept is a little harder to do. I do play 6 copies of Draw Swords in her, which like kind of does some work, but it's not always the most efficient. This Kasai is significantly better because you get to pay into, if you don't draw a card, you always have a discount. Whereas in Kasai from heavy hitters, if you don't draw a card, you have to pay for both of your weapon swings, which is a lot. Gravy Bones is fine. Gravy Bones dies to Titan's Fist in general. Anything that swings 4. You have one ally that has more than 4 life, and it's Shelly, which you're probably not playing. Yeah, Terra's hard. Terra's a hard match in that for sure. Syndra, you don't really have the same capability of like keeping something wide. You also don't have a lot of draw power in the deck. So really the best thing that Syndra has is Wrath of Retribution, which I guess is like fine, but it's not the best. And frankly, I think it should be better. Like, I think there should be better options. That's why I think Fi is better. But Syndra is right here for sure. Chain lost a lot, right? No Snapdragon Scalers, no Dirge, no Seeds of Agony, like nothing. So Chain is really difficult, especially without Dirge. It's just hard to play Chain. You could probably try a Boomer Chain method of just like kind of going crazy with it, but I think overall you're probably better playing a better Runeblade like Briar if you want to like do a go wide thing, you know what I mean? Betsy again has the capability of just doing Guardian things. So if you just made her block slop Betsy, you could do that. Does she ever really want to do wagering? Like, the only other thing that makes her really good is her headpiece, right? Her headpiece blocks 2, it's got temper 2, I should say. And you don't need to destroy it in order to utilize her ability. So you'd have to find a way to do like gold generation. And then with that gold generation, you can then give some of your attacks overpower, but overpower is so easily prevented nowadays that you're not really going to be able to like threaten the overhead of your opponent. You'd probably want to play her just like a regular basic Guardian with Pummel. And it probably gets you better results. And then Benji's got 17 life and also only does one thing and one thing only, which is slide under your opponent's defenses. But when your opponent has a lot of really good armor, they kind of can't get around that. Exactly, right. But Benji has the ability to maybe make that happen, but the downfall is that if you send like, 15 at your opponent, and Benji's like, okay, I have to give you my whole hand, like their ceiling for damage is really low because, or not their ceiling, but their floor is really low because they need those 1 or 2 cost or 2 power attacks to swing at their opponent to get through their defenses. But there's not really like any difficult on hit. You don't get things like rising, like or spring tiding or whatever in that. So it's very specific. I don't think Benji's that great. Does he have capability of being better? Sure, but I don't think it's that insane. Moving into the A tier now, I think every one of these heroes has its own viability, which is saying something, right? Because when we look at this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23 heroes I would suggest are things to stay away from. But these heroes are all pretty good to play. They play a little bit different than each other. The ways that they play are very specific to their own style. And I think that overall, all of these heroes have the opportunity to be a counter pick into some of these up here. You know what I mean? So with that being said, right, this kind of isn't really in a specific particular order. I would say new and this, maybe Phi up here instead of ASC, maybe this, well, maybe Enigma up there first. Where's my girl? Dromai. Bang is really good up there. Dash actually is probably right here. Rhinar is actually probably right here. Well, above the Illusionist for sure. We have Zen being a very good ninja. ASC Kasai, maybe. Showman is up there, actually. Geo, Icelander and Kano are still kind of down here. Lyeth is down here. Riptide's down here. Valda's down here. Verdance, actually Verdance goes up there. She's really good. RKO's fine. Lexi's fine. These are all fine. So specifically taking a look here in the A tier, Valda has the ability to, if she can make Seismic Surge tokens and it gets rolling, she really just kills you. Because dominate every single turn is what is going to change the way that you play a hero. Some of these heroes draw cards, which means that you get Seismic Surge tokens. Dominate's a good keyword. You have access to the same dominate. You're the same Seismic Surge stuff like, what do you call it? Tectonic Instability. Yeah, you Crater Hoof, like the whole thing. It's pretty good. Riptide's a pretty fun deck because you can play Death Dealer or Red Spine Manta, really whatever you want to do. And just being able to play a pump and then load an arrow allows you to go significantly wider, play almost like Lexi does, just without any of the on hits. But you also get access to traps, not that you don't previously, but or in any other ranger, I should say. But traps at least have like a better time into your opponents. For instance, you're able to do things like Frailty Trap to stop Ira from having a bunch of damage with their daggers. Inertia Trap to stop Bravo Flattering Showman from keeping an arsenal. The whole thing, right? And so there's options for that. Lyeth, again, you have to get really lucky with Lyeth. You literally need to get like 2 red active glory, a Scandalous Scour or something, and then or what is it? Insidious Scour, the +5 intimidate your opponent. And that is, it's fine, but again, it has to line up. But I do think Lyeth has good play. Might tokens are really powerful. And if you can make a lot of them, which you can, the attacks come in for a lot. Pretty consecutively, too. And, of course, having 5 cards in your hand is pretty good. Yeah, Riptide. It's not bad. Then we get into these 2 wizards, Icelander and Kano. The real reason I have them in A tier is because they have the ability to play on your turn. Most of the other wizards do not have the ability to do that, but these wizards do. And so that gives them an edge that a lot of other heroes do not have. If you have the ability to attempt to kill your opponent when they send lethal and have nothing in hand, you win. Snapback is also very legal in this format, so you could just kill them. which is really good. But again, that's here nor there. Kano can probably get a lot of really go tall effects out there. And then Icelander being at a more arcane level instead of doing like a Bullander, a full Bullander situation, also can send some scary damage. Also, Icelander is about to get a crazy good defense reaction in Pen, so that's going to be a good thing to touch. Vincent, I think Vincent has the ability to do pretty good because the rune gating is a little bit easier in this deck, and you get access to unpreventable damage, and unpreventable damage, and you get access to making a rune chant, right? So Chain doesn't make a rune chant. So Chain has to rely on cards to make him rune chants, like Read the Runes or Malefic Incantation or Rune Blood Incantation. Vincent can do the same thing, except she just needs to go ahead and make sure that she gets to put the card she wants into the banish zone and then send 7 and 3, right? It can happen. Is she the best? Not really. But Pummel makes this deck really powerful. So I do think that she's a pretty good Rune Blade for what it's worth. Same with Viserai. I think Viserai can go wide and do a lot of stuff, but without access to something like Mordred Tide or Rattlebones or become the Arc Knight, any of those things, I think that would be better. No, you're good. I wish they made 2 chants also. I wish they made anything. But yeah, Viserai can get there, but I think that Viserai still is missing out on a lot of stuff. Victor Goldmane, you just get to play Clash. Just clash with your opponent, make gold, draw cards, play the good cards in a Guardian deck. Sure, you don't get access to Golden Sun, but it's whatever. Like literally just play all the good block 4 Clash cards and you win with this hero. Verdance, play Pummel in Verdance. That's all I'm going to say. Very, very good hero to play Pummel into. Also, Sirens of Safe Harbor. Fantastic card to play in Verdance. Yeah, true. Yeah, you could put them back into the deck with Summer's Fall, but I think that's too much setup. I could be wrong though. I haven't tested a whole lot of it yet with Florian. Lexi, I think Lexi is actually like farther up in this list. Probably actually like here. So we'll get to her. RKO. It's like a good block deck. Mocking Blow is a really good card. Being able to turn anything from a 1 power to a 6 power is also really powerful. But if you are ever lower life than your opponent, it's really hard to come back. And you are playing a hero that very much so hopes to rely on like something like Scabskin Leathers, which you're not going to be able to do in this format. So maybe you play like Time Skippers if you're trying to do something silly, but at that point you're giving up on probably 5 damage on something if you have to pitch 3 into Time Skippers. So yo, what's up, Dink? Yeah, Valde is an A tier. She's at bottom of A, but she's an A tier nonetheless. Dory, you can play Dory a multitude of different ways. Hatchet Story is good. Decimator Grand Axe Story is good. Dawnblade Dory is pretty good. But overall, I like the way she plays as Decimator. But Dawnblade is a great way to go about doing it too. Excuse me. Especially if you go and play into a hero that doesn't want to block. Decimator, or not Decimator, freaking, what do you call it? It doesn't... Dawnblade into decks that don't block. It just does, it does good work. It eventually gets you there. Dio's pretty good. I think that Dio's not as good as Dash simply because you have to have more items in your deck. But being able to look at the top card of your deck is really good because it allows you to see. Sometimes you can snipe those boom grenades off the top and do a lot of damage. So it is not a bad call. Also being able to like ping Symbiosis Shot up to 3 times in a turn is pretty good. Bravo, just a basic Bravo. I mean, like, you'd run this exact same deck in Flattering Showman. The exact same 55 cards. Like, I kid you not even any difference. And it'd be like the same deck. The only difference is that Bravo Flattering Showman can give +2 to those same cards as long as they're in the arsenal, and that is where you want to be with this, because that guarantees you a better crush effect. Aurora can go really, really, really fast, but a lot of instants in the deck. You don't get card draw, really. Your curve isn't as good. You can send just all this good 0-for-4s like you were previously, but I think that Briar does it better. That's why she's down here. We then have Arachne Web of Deceit. Pretty good warrior, Arachne Web of Deceit. They are a very, very good warrior hero and not an assassin hero whatsoever. But they do get the job done. I mean, when you get to flip into demi heroes, it's pretty good, especially depending on which one you get. So you're kind of setting up into a good amount of play patterns there. We also have Kasai Centauri Sellsword. As I mentioned, the discount on the second weapon swing is really important, and this Kasai can't do it as well as this Kasai can, so this is why we choose this one. Solitary Confinement's pretty good because you get to play a stealth card and then you get to play something else. In most cases, you can play a non-stealth card with Go Again, a stealth card with Go Again, and then something else. Following up, honestly, with ASC, something I've been wanting to try is playing a stealth card and then playing a contract card, just finishing it with a 0-for-4, as that might pump up the value you get from that second attack. Because if it's just block 6, pass, right? Or it's, you know, whatever. Maybe you get hit with the first stealth attack, but you don't get hit with the second one. It doesn't do as much. But I do think that ASC has the ability to play the stealth card, pump the stealth card, and then come in with a 0-for-4. And it's kind of like, okay, cool. Maybe you just block 3 on the 0-for-4 and you lose a card from the top of your deck. So ASC does have some potential there. Lexi, you can play Snapshot Lexi, it's busted. You can play Death Dealer Ice Lexi, it's busted. You can play Shiver Ice Lexi, it's busted. I shouldn't say busted because that's like S tier level stuff, right? But it's very good. And if your opponent does not brick ever, Lexi just kills you. So that's kind of the whole thing with her, is that Lexi will just have the damage output. Snapshot Lexi is just insane. Being able to put Skizik in Arsenal, flip Skizik, make an embodiment of lightning, give it Go Again, which then gives it +4, load an arrow, pump, send arrow. It's kind of really good. You get access to like Lightning Press and all this other stuff. It's just very good. But you are susceptible to bricking, and that does cause a problem. Bravo Flattering Showman, very good deck. It's pretty much just making sure that you're being patient, putting that red crush card in Arsenal, flipping it up with 2 blues, right? Having 1 to pay for the card and 1 to pay for Bravo, and then sending that at your opponent. It's all about patience, making sure your blocks are right, and then kind of pushing that forward. So it is what it is. I like this deck a lot, and obviously I think with it being one of the decks that they are showcasing as a deck to play with the Silver Age precons. We're expected to see a lot more out of Bravo. Fang, again, sidestepping your opponent is really good, and especially if you can get Fang online early, it is really a deck that like is hard to beat because you never know what you're blocking. Even if you assume you're blocking correctly, you're probably still just like a few damage off. They're always going to have their fealty unless you are just ripping every card from their hand, which in most cases you're not. So try to keep them off fealty as much as possible. If they end up beating you, you know, it is what it is. Obviously, we played into a attack or action 0 for 4 go again. What do you call it? 0 for 4 go again Fang that didn't really have as many reactions, so is interesting. Zen gets to do some Hope Merchant's Hood stuff, which is really cool. If you have not seen that already, it's effectively just play a bunch of cards that get you a bunch of Crouching Tigers in your hand, and then you have like 7 Crouching Tigers in your hand, and then you play Hope Merchant's Hood. And you just put all those tigers to the bottom of your deck, and then you just draw, you shuffle, and then you draw 5 new cards. It's pretty nuts. So I think it's something to look at for possible bans, but I haven't seen enough of it, and frankly, having no blocks in the deck with Chi is again kind of rough. But the combo potential is really, really strong with that hero. Then we have Dromai. Dromai is really good just because, again, it's a ally-based deck that can really just go incredibly wide. You know, you can just play a bunch of dragons turn 0, pass. If your opponent doesn't kill those dragons and they try to kill you, and you keep a red card in your hand, let's say it's a Rake the Embers, or Rake Over the Coals, I should say, you can then just swing with all your dragons so long as your opponent doesn't pop any of them. So there are ways for you to get pretty good value out of your dragons, even with just the rare ones in the deck. But very good deck. But it does die to like pretty much any brute, I believe. Enigma, also very interesting. Her attacks are weapon attacks. More specifically, her like aura attacks are weapon attacks. I've not played with Iris of Reality with this deck yet. It might be the better weapon. Currently, I've only just played it with Cosmo. I like Cosmo a lot. I think it's fine. But I do think that Enigma has the ability to just kind of like block out her opponent, and her late game potential of just making a Spectral Shield, swinging it for 2, passing is really good because it keeps you on a defensive line, and you're always going to be able to just like block out your opponent's stuff a lot better when you are able to make these Spectral Shields over the course of the game. Rhinar has Intimidate out the butt. Intimidate's really, really powerful into some of the S tier decks because it just says rip those cards out of your hand before we even get to blocks. So it's literally just pump, rip a card from your hand, pump, rip a card from your hand, play attack. That attack then rips the next 1 card from your hand. So you can only block with a card, and this is coming in for like 18 points of damage. It's a very, very good deck. And I do suggest that if you are looking to play one of the brutes, and you're tired of playing against decks that just block and only block, and you want to have good play into that, doing something like this is the best bet, I think. Fi, better Draconic Ninja than Syndra. Playing a whole bunch of 0 for 4s, 0 for 3s, and just really pushing the boundaries, and then being able to just send that Phoenix Flame every now and again is really powerful. It also widens that chain link a little bit there. You don't have to like pay for a dagger. You just literally play 3 Draconic cards. You get out a Phoenix Flame, you play a Phoenix Flame, and then you can play even something like Red Hot. I play 1 Red Hot in my Fi deck, and that is enough, because if I get that to pop off, or I can put it in Arsenal, I'm in a good spot. Dash IE, or just dash I mean, Mechanologists have some of the best cards in their deck at common and rare. This deck just sings, especially when you can push that kind of damage. It's just a lot coming at them. So it's kind of an overpowering your opponent. You get to play things like Overblast, Payload, just like great finishers for the hero overall. And then we take a look at Olympia. You're pretty much only playing Decimator Olympia. You're not really going to want to play anything else. Decimator Olympia is my favorite. I think it is a great play into some of these heroes because it is just kind of like a block and then send damage that's really hard to block. But is it always effective? No. Sometimes you're running too many D-reacts and you need to pitch a card which could have blocked, and because it didn't, it's whatever. I do think it's a very good deck though. And then New is another counter towards some of these heroes, especially when you're taking a look at the Guardians. Guardians are just, they're gonna have the blues like Macho Grandes and what do you call it? Choke slams. They're gonna have like buckling blows. They're gonna have all those things, and New's just gonna say, okay, cool, pitch Chi, play Macho Grande for free. Like not bad. So definitely a great pick if you're trying to do a little bit more of like a fatigue disruptive strategy. Then we have the S tier heroes. These are the heroes that I think are going to be the best in the format right now. And I think that there is a way for them to obviously be, you know, only to get better with something like Pen. But the reason I believe that they are just incredibly powerful is that they get to utilize a really good hero ability, and they get the best of their card pool, right? So Cavdane, obviously this is a joke. Cavdane can be really good, and I'm not gonna lie, I've already built a Cavdane deck for the Sage A to Z stuff, currently undefeated. I've gone through like 4 games on Cavdane. I'm currently undefeated on Cavdane. Very interesting hero power, not the hero power that really makes the deck. It's Pummel. Pummel is what makes the deck. But yeah, so Cavdane is just kind of funny. This is really like B tier, right? But I put them in S tier because it's the only merchant you can play, and I think that's kind of funny. Terra and Oldhim. These are pretty much the same deck, except Oldhim gets to go. I have a defense reaction as my hero power, so I can disrupt my opponent's longer turns and keep them off of these really powerful effects. Or you can Earth React to prevent damage and keep cards inside your deck instead of having to block with them, right? I think Ice Oldham's probably a little bit better in this format, but I also think you could just play it as block slop. Terra plays a lot of block slop, right? It's like, cool, you can pitch an Autumn's Touch, right? You pitch Autumn's Touch to block with a staunch response, right? And then you pay 1 into Terra's ability to make a bite token, so that way your Titan's Fist comes in for 5 instead of for 4. Or your Thump comes in for 7 Dominate as opposed to anything else. So there are things to keep in mind for Terra. That additional +1 power with the Might is really good. But only in very specific situations, I think. So those are kind of like the heavy block decks, right? These are 2 decks that like they are a wall, and it's really hard for you to get around said wall. But if you can, it's good, right? You know, you end up doing pretty well into them. Then you have KO. KO is just insane. You got a lot of good stuff from Super Slam, effectively just getting free value. You got a 2-card 7 with Go Again. which is nuts because you can 2-card 7 with Go Again. Beaten Trackers is a card you can play in this deck, and it's just like so wonderful because you can literally pay into Buckwild, play Buckwild, Go Again, and then you can pitch another blue, play Savage Feast from Arsenal, discard a random card, draw a card. It's going to be a 6. You destroy Beaten Trackers, so that's going to be 7 into 6 into Mandible Claw into something else. And that's a pretty big line to have. I think that's like most people's life total. And I think it's just, you just have such value by being able to get a Might token and by being able to have all of the cards in your deck count towards what brutes want, which is a 6. Your odds of missing are just like so low that it's hard to beat. Then we have Ira. Ira's just very consistent. She sends good damage. It's usually 1 into 7 or 1 into 2 into 5. She blocks pretty well with a lot of her blues blocking for 3. Some of her reds even block for 3. And then you get access to longer chain links. You get access to the Ninja Tiger package, which is just the best in the business. And I think her +1 power over the course of the game, when you consider how much damage it adds onto the deck, it's probably like an additional 15 points of value over the course of a pretty long game. So that is important to note. I gotta say. Drop this pen. Jesus Christ. That's insane. So yeah, Ira's pretty good. Briar, I think, is the best Runeblade in the format right now. Just being able to pump, send, snatch for 10, Go Again is really good. You get access to Burn Up Shock and Arcane Seed's Life in the same deck. You can play her with a very lightning style. You can play her a little bit more defensive if you want to do like Earth with like Evergreen and things like that. The options are there, but I think you're probably going to want to play her pretty aggressive. You get access to getting an embodiment of Earth on hit with attack actions. So you effectively just already get to block better than any of the other heroes. And you don't have to worry about Warmonger's diplomacy. So it's pretty good. And then Azalea, well, we all saw what the game was last time. If you're able to trick your deck to working in your favor at every single way, there's always going to be an arrow on top. You're always going to do Azalea into 13 Dominate or 15 Dominate or 11 Dominate. And after a little while, you kind of just can't block that. There's nothing in the game that can really block that very well, unless you have the D-React every single time in Arsenal, which you might not always have. So it is harder to block her out, but she can brick. She is known to brick, but when she doesn't, it's really hard to get through to her. But out of all of these, I would say probably this is probably a good example of what is the best. These 6 right here. It's in no particular order. Because I guess really it's like probably here. Probably here. So Terra, Briar, Ira, KO, and Oldhim and Azalea are like the 6 heroes that I would suggest if you're trying to spike your format. They're really, really good. They have answers to pretty much everything. And they deal more damage than any other hero can prevent effectively. But this is all based on your local meta. I think you're probably going to see the most out of these 4 right here, which is Terra, Briar, Ira, and KO. But we'll see, right? We will see. Some of these ones you'll probably also see are obviously Azalea, Oldhim. I think these like 6 right here are probably going to be pretty key. So new, some form of Decimator Warrior, Dash, Phi, Rhinar, and Enigma. Outside of that, though, you're probably not going to see too many of these heroes unless, like, you know something I don't, which is very well could be the case. Very well could be the case that happens. But I don't know. Think any heroes will climb after Silver Age's release? After Silver Age's release, I think Icelander will probably be a bit better, if I were to guess. It seems like we're getting a lot of... what was that? Ranger might even get better. I think Bolton Boots... Having the Bolton Boots for Ranger is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably not... We don't know enough. But any of these heroes that are within, like, this top row, if they get anything, like, really good, they'll be bumped up here. Any of these heroes that are in B, if they get anything really good, they might be pumped up here. Tackle art and some Guardian chest equipment art revealed. Yeah. Oh, Magmatic Carapace. That was the other one. So that's actually pretty good for Valda. It's also like a, I think it's like a Guardwell 2 or something, whatever the thing is. That's not terrible. The Teklo art, I'm not sure what that is. I don't think Teklo is going to be able to... I think the things that they are going to make for Teklo in this next set are going to be to help him be fairly okay in CC. I don't think Sage Teklo is going to be a problem because, again, you're not going to have Singularity. Like, I think everybody who plays Teklo knows that Singularity is the way you win with Teklo, and you cannot do that in Sage. So it is going to be pretty specific. Cavdane? Yeah, Cavdane, S tier. I don't know what to tell you. They're gonna get merchant support in Pen, and it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be super cool. And Cavdane's gonna be top of the leaderboard. No, Cavdane's up there as a meme. They're not really like good. They can get there, but I think the thing you do with Cavdane is that your opponent doesn't know what the hell this hero does, and sometimes you can just like get there. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I think this is kind of okay. I think this isn't terrible. This kind of covers pretty much everything. And like I said, I mean, like, even when you just think about this here, right? There's this many heroes that are like pretty viable in the format. So like the fact that you have this much available to you is pretty good. Like, this is a big spread of heroes to play. Like, I think there's one of everything, right? Like, outside of Gravy Bones, right? Because Gravy Bones is a B tier. Like, Guardian, Runeblade, Ninja, Brute, Ranger, Assassin, Warrior, Mechanologist, Brute, Illusionist, Ranger, Assassin, Warrior, Runeblade. All of these, like, pretty good spots. C attack doesn't have anything as good enough to loop with items or guarantee to hit like it does in CC. Yeah, I mean, you have some pretty good like Evo stuff. I think like Evo, like Liquid Cooled Mayhem is pretty good. What's the other one? Terminator takes a rare or a majestic. I'm thinking of another one. Heavy artillery. Yeah. Heavy artillery. That's the one. That one's pretty good. But outside of that, yeah, there's not really a whole lot to like benefit you being in multiple things. Like, you don't really get to do a whole lot with that. But yeah, so this is the tier list. I think that kind of covers a lot. some of this will change, obviously, with Pen. But I think right now, if you're playing any of these heroes up here, or really like any of the top like 8 in this area right here, this is kind of a fun like build of heroes. But everything else outside of this is kind of just like, well, if you run into it, like, hope they don't get lucky kind of deal. So, yeah. That's our tier list. That's our tier list. We've definitely rocked through a tier list here. I feel like we did push through that a lot. But again, a lot of these are going to just need work and practice. And that's kind of what we want to see overall. So what I should do, let's get another game in here. You know, I'm 1 and 2 now. So we're not doing too hot. But we're going to try. Oldham. I think I will go first. Oldham, we're going to want this, and we are going to want this. We are also going to want to remove these and put in these. That is good. Submit. Good luck, have fun. Well, that's not who that is. We are just going to make sure. So tight sledge is going to suck here. Let's just do this. Send 4. We need to beat them at fatigue is what we need to do. So we are going to plan to do just that. I could have overpowered there, actually. I'm sorry. I'm gonna overpower there. Oh. Alright, never mind. I'll just Arsenal. Could have overpowered there for a little bit more, but we don't want to rip too much out of there. Okay. This is probably fine to do this. And then I will pitch into Shunt here. Ping them for 1. So I've already blocked with armor, which I probably should not have done. They are playing Civic Peak, though, which is really interesting to me. Yo, what's up? Okay, it's the Earth. Let's just poke them over for 1. No, I didn't. Is that up? Okay, I gotta check it out. Do we double Iron Song here? Probably not. Okay, I get to half that. Oh, because the base, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, Springboard's pretty good. If I take 6 here, I can play this. 2 to 3 go to 7. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. This keeps the life totals good here. Keep myself under them. I also have to bait out these staunches. I'm sure there's a staunch response. There it is. Okay. What does this hand do? Don't need this card. I mean, I do need it, but I don't need it, you know? Take 3, Sharpened Steel, Iron Song, Iron Song. It's fine, I guess. Just really bring you down, huh? Unmovable. Okay. Now you're not going to be able to hit me with Sledge. Perfect. I think this converts. And the downfall is that they're going to have a lot of this here, and I'm really curious how... Ooh, I got a Quicken token and a Vigor token. Okay. Okay, so you're still going to take 1. Springboard. I mean, I have to give like 2 cards to every one of theirs. I could just block 6 here. I'm going to get a Vigor. But what would this hand have been if I just pitch into... Can I do that? You know what? I'm going to do that instead. Sure. I'll give you all my armor. I was like, I have a Quicken token. I can just use that shit. Because we can do Sharpened Steel into Decimated Great Axe. Pitching. And then into 4 gain a life. We're like almost at parity for deck size here. They have 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I have 27, 28, 29, 30. They have 2 cards more than me, which like isn't really going to make that big of a difference. I think the important part is I'm keeping a lot of these overpowers. And I still have freaking, what, 4 more shunts left in my deck, so that's 4 points of damage that I get to utilize. Yeah, I don't know that it's right to send it, but like 4 more damage is 4 more damage, right? If they want to keep a card in Arsenal, they can. If they block with Civic Peak, I gain a card. This has no more block value on it, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block value in armor. Why are they gone? Why are they gone? Where's my, are you there? Are you there? No. This was a game. This was a game. Hello? Dang. Yo, what's up, Michael? How are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Of course, it'll be next week, but still. All right, well, I don't want to wait any longer, so sorry, Oldham player. What? What do you want to undo? Okay, you're there? Like, did he see my hand? I saw his hand now. I know what he's got. Just send 7. Make sure all the reds are out of my deck. We got 2 shunts next to each other also. Lay low. That's crazy. 2 Oldham reacts. And you get to gain a life. Sweet. I get to do this then. And you're gonna give me a card? You better hope that card's not overpower. It's not. Kind of interesting hand, actually. I could block 2, heal 1. So take 3, go down to 9, and I can do this into this. Actually, not terrible. Ooh. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go do this into that. I guess I could just prevent some here, but taking 8 is rough here, actually. I guess I can just discard the Sirens. Oh. Because it's the weapon. I'm not discarding anything. I was like, wait a minute. What? Okay, well, now I have to think about Pummel. This suck. I will send this. 6 is more than 4. I could draw a card. Ooh, okay. Gain life. Okay. Can unmovable here. Gonna need to give me your whole hand. Go ahead and do the Scar for Scar again. I really just want to get closer to my shunts. If I can get closer to my shunts and then live to that point, we're in an okay spot. That Pummel was kind of rough, but not the end of the world. It's like 8-6, so they give me 2 cards here. And Oldham React? That's fine. So good for us. Oh, hi! How are you, Sam? I think this might be a... Let's see if I can get the overpower off on them. Dude, that's what I've been on, man. It's all about changing the way you look at Flesh and Blood, you know? So many people just like, oh, aggro slop, that's what it is. And I'm like, no, it's not aggro slop. There are other ways to play Flesh and Blood. That's what it's all about. Huge for me, actually. Hello? Bop? Did you? Hell yeah. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Dude, I'm telling you, you're getting the reps in, my guy. You know what you're doing. Okay, so this is what? That's a lot of damage to lose out on. If we do that, we do this. We can Fighting Spirit for 7. Let's do that. Let's then ping you again. send 7. Yeah, Shunt's so good. Shunt's how I'm gonna win this game. Just know that. Can we do that? Felling this. We can send 8. Make it really hard for them to block? Oh, no, we'd have... No. No, I'm stupid. Try to kill him with Shunt. Kill him with Shunt. Do not let anything else stop our progress. We have one goal in mind. It is to kill them with Shunt. They also probably might overblock this because, like, we're just going to have it. They're going to fear the... they're going to fear the Iron Song response in hand, or the... I don't actually know. No, they know I used both my red Iron Song response already, so... Damn. I love hearing Huntsman stuff. Have there been any changes you've made recently to the deck? Or no? Yeah, give me that fucking boulder drop, baby. Oh. Okay. So you're gonna do nothing on your turn? Here they are. Like I said. Sure, it's gonna get halved. Okay. Let's just go ahead and pass. Let's just... Well, we could probably pump this. No. Let's just super cycle this thing. Send it in here. For 4. The boots. You take 2? Oh, you're gonna have ultimate ability, so... So they're going to gain a life here, which is pretty good for them, for what it's worth. This is what we want to see. Ping. How many more do we have? That was our last one. We can get a cheeky Iron Song response. All right, so we could theoretically just send it, park this in Arsenal for at nothing, or we could send 8. I think we have to send 8, like bar none, because they have to keep 2 cards to send. They have to keep 2 cards to send Sledge. So. I think that's our last felling in the swing too, so We really need to keep them at like 1. I think they have 1 more Sirens of Safe Harbor. That's it. Staunch Response. Block 7 entirely. That's pretty good. Yeah. I don't know how much more. Oh, that was not my last filling swing. Sorry. I can take 3 and then I can just let it be, right? Yeah, because I just need to send more filling swings here. Let's see. Hit and run's not going to do us anything, so let's just block 3 with hit and run. All right, we gotta hope. Don't keep any cards in hand. Send 8. I don't think you have any more staunches. No staunches, no unmovables. Out of Sirens. You have a Lalo. Maybe. I think you're out of block cards. And then they have to Oldham react. So now we literally just try to cheat them with something here. Let's just send 4. You see what you do. I don't think you have reacts left. Did we get there? Heal. Let's fucking go. GG. That's what we like to fucking see. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! That's crazy. See, patience saves everything. Holy cow. That's nuts. That is nuts. Two. Absolutely nuts. And like what, look, it's like even just like looking at the rest of this here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 cards left in deck. There's the fruits. They had no more D reacts. So this was coming in. We still had sharpened steel. Actually, we still had 2 sharpened steels, so it was +2. So we could sharpen steel, Iron Song response. We could even send 5 with Battlefront Bastion if we're trying to get like crazy with it. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I think, I mean, not gonna lie, right? Every single time we played Steelblade Shunt, it dealt a point of damage to them. So we dealt that amount back. And look at this, 19 turns, This was 13, 12, 10, 10. And then their turns were just 6, 6, 10, 6, 6, 6, 0, 0, 0. That was crazy. Crazy. Okay. Get another one in here. Yeah. But I mean, that's what it's about, you know? Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Hello. Good luck, have fun. Keeping everything here. I think I'm gonna do unmovables, and I'm gonna do scar for scars. And I think that's all I need to do. 3 or less base. This is fine. We can use that. So no, wait a minute. Just play more poppers, Alex. Yeah. Play more poppers. This is not a game of I go long. That's not who we're going against. We're going against Enigma. Quelling slippers. Well, that's new. Don't know why you would need to do all that, but all right, Enigma's gonna be kind of rough, I think. This might just be block 6. I could pop it, right? But I could block 6 here. No, I think I need to pop it, right? Like, I don't care that I give him a phantasm or a shield or whatever. Maybe we'll do this. We'll pop it. I'll give you 2 cards, but I'll also heal. Astral etching. Ah, I see. That's what you were looking to do here. Pretty good. Send 9. Make it awkward. I think we're like fairly favored into this because they will probably forget. Maybe they have it. This for sure. So 9 on 6. So you have to have a prevent 3. Moon chakra. Not what I expected. Okay, so that's fine. So what's your turn then? Send spectral shield, do nothing? My turn is going to be do that thing again. Oh, you can steel blade shunt on the fucking things too. Ugh. Block 2. Steel blade shunting on the spectral shields? Ain't nobody gonna know about that. That's gonna be the roughest thing for this person. All right, I'm gonna do literally that exact same thing. I'm gonna play a felling swing pitch. Yeah, I don't know how you win this. Yeah, shunt working on the shield is just the nuts. They've now blocked with their like one piece of equipment they can block with, so it's going to be hard for them to keep that alive, I think. Do you have another? Maybe they have a spectral manifestation or something. Big blue sky. Interesting. Okay. Look at that. 4 cards for 1 attack. I think we just shunt him here. Do you think we just shunty? We could also take 2 and send 8. I'm actually not opposed to that. Actually, take 2, send Scar for a Scar into... Ooh, that's what we want to do. Because they're going to full block this thing, and I'm going to be like, yeah, cool, 8 damage, bye. Could also just send 4. It's so kind of you to full block that. Two floating, what could it be? Cinema. Yeah. Ah, what could it be? What could be down here? I couldn't be running pummel, could I? Yeah, I fear you're gonna lose out on it a lot on here. You're gonna get to keep a special shield, which is pretty cool, but so you're gonna make a chi next turn. Pop that, make a spectral shield, okay. Yeah, still clear your whole board. Feels pretty okay. 2 spectral shields. Then you're gonna have to make one with Enigma's ability. Well, now it's a little bit harder. Not the end of the world, though. What if I just double shunt? No, stupid. I will at least single shunt this. You know what? Actually, that was stupid. I should probably do this one instead. Crap. Yeah, it's fine. You're out here grinding, my guy. I'm telling you, this is like such peak gaming right now. Send 7. What's better than 6? 7. Ah. Stupid. Double transcend. Dude, Braxton, we do love block slop. Have you built this deck in paper yet? I only would have assumed you've done so already. Yeah. I think we can probably just do that again. I'm just gonna block 6 with this one. Like, I'd imagine you had been, like, in love with this deck. Are you gonna pay into your chess piece to swing another? Okay. Good. I don't have to kill you. Let's do that. Pitch. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, dude. That was so fun. Playing in that DM Armada event, that was great. It was a nice, just little, like, you still got to play Fab, but it was like in a group of a bunch of other people who like just were interested in the format. And I mean, just like overall, the games were super great. I think the only person who actually got upset with my deck was Logan from Flesh and Pod, which was just, I mean, I owe that man so many beers because everybody, he was like, why are you bringing Decimator Great Axe to a casual event? And I'm like, I don't know, just hanging out. Ooh, he takes 6. So you have a spectral manifestation is what I'm hearing. No shunt this turn. Nope, no popper either. I don't like that either. What was this turn? Set up? You double transcending? Yeah, dude, I literally was just like, I just want to test to see how the hero feels into the whole thing. And it was just so, oh, this is a blue. Just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? Let's just take 2. You gonna send a popper thing at me? You are. Second tentative chi tied. If you transcended this, gets +2. Oh, I actually get tons of value off this. Sure. I don't know that this is going to be like that good. I'm gonna park this in Arsenal so I can just go wide at one point. I mean, I'm definitely winning the fatigue game here. I'm winning the life game. I still have yet to even play. I played 1 Sirens of Safe Harbor. So I still have 3 more life to gain. And I've got poppers in my deck, like, for days. I'll do mine first, sure. This will go down to 1, and then they'll pay into a resource, which will bring it up to 3. And then they will have it kill their Waning Vengeance to give them a Spectral Shield. Alright, can we get a red Felling of the Swing and Felling Swing and 2... Red Felling Swing and 2 blues in a popper? Would be sick. Not quite. We can still shunt, though. I think I'll just block nothing here. Block nothing. You're gonna want to arsenal that card, probably. They are going to attack. I guess I could play the shunt here, really, if I really wanted to, huh? I think we just do this. Punt them on their next attack. I think the matchup's probably not terrible. I'm sorry, wait a minute. What? What did they do? Oh, Quell. They paid into Quell. I don't give a shit. Sure, you're gonna lose your boots now? Yeah, it's not a bad matchup. I think I just sent 7 here anyway. Because it's more damage than that. More than 4. They have to give me more cards for it. It's not a bad matchup. I think I win. I'm already winning in the fatigue game, and I'm winning in the life game. I have poppers in my deck, which means that if they try to send, like, Enigma Chimera or something, I just pop it. Okay, so this blocks 3. That doesn't block any of it. Big blue sky. With no blues in here? Oh, I see, okay. They're gonna pitch to Enigma. This will block for 3. And then 6, 7? 6, 7? And then you can only swing with a Spectral Shield for 2? I will block. Actually, I'll just shunt this, I think. Do I wait for the red astral etchings? Probably. I'm actually just going to block 2. Gain a life. I think it's just better that I keep the shunts. Bop. We'll just do bop. Bop. Keep 2 in the chamber. Just want them to be near each other towards the bottom. I think they're out of Big Blue Skies. They are. So this is going to clear your whole board. Sorry, 2 of your board. They're keeping a whole grip. Interesting. Playing another Waning Vengeance, pitching. These spectral manifestations are going to be really good for them late game. We got a popper. I think I will just take 2 here. I think we will just take 2 here. I'm going to try and Scar for a Scar them. There's a Spectral Rider. They're trying. Cool. So they're keeping me off of that. That's fine. I will then go ahead and probably just... do that, I guess. Because they have to give me cards. They're pretty much out of stuff here, huh? Sure, you want to undo? The blue moon chakra, I see. Transcending. So this will prevent 3. They'll make another Spectral Shield with Enigma. Like, it's certainly not a cursed matchup, but, like, it does kind of suck. Yep, make it thing. Popper. Popper? I barely know her. And now we can scar for a scar. I think I'm actually going to give you the 2 here. Because I don't want to go down too low. Tasmal Haze. I want to pop with this. Enigma's your girl. She's very fun. And she's got great play into this format, but she does just kind of get, like, rocked by anything that needs to go a little bit wider. And I think I'm at the point now where I'm able to, like, clear auras pretty well. Yeah, they're going to have, like, just chi for the most part, so. But how you doing, Jen? Welcome on in. Oh, for sure. Tons of sick art. I can send 4. Maybe I put this in Arsenal. Again, we want to outpace them, right? They're blocking with a card from hand. We got them. We got them. I don't think they have anything else they're able to do here. I'd like to clear your auras, please. I actually won't Arsenal that card. I don't care to Arsenal. I will give you my armor now. I think we're in the home stretch here. Yep. Because there's no way they're not on, like, crazy attacks. Okay. There's an Etchings. I mean, I guess I could just heal here, right? I kind of want to keep a popper. I don't care if I go down to 8. That's fine. Because I'm biased. Runeblade art in this game. Yeah, it's really good. I think that Illusionist has some of the best, I personally think, but the real question is, do I put this down? I mean, like, I could put this down there. How many more poppers do I have left in my deck? Just that one. Oh, no, I have 2 red Sirens of Safe Harbor. I'm okay. I can Arsenal this card. See, that's the best part about this deck into this, is that I get to have the power of the cards. It's like, that's huge for me. Yeah, Misfail was pretty. I will add this to Arsenal. I think I will just do this. Go ahead, what you got? What you got, Enigma? Probably nothing. Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody's got their favorite, right? Like, I think that's just kind of it. I think it's more important that I do this. Oh, yeah, I guess because I could hit and run, right? Hit and run, give this go again, and then come in for 7. Or, well, no, I don't think I have the resources, right? 0. Swing with this. I'd have 1 float. I'd have 1 here. I wouldn't be able to do... Oh, well, if I didn't block. Just kidding. I know what you're talking about. It's probably correct. I'm just going to keep slinging my shit. Yeah, sending 4 into 7. Like, if I took 2, I send 4 into 7. That's threatening 11. Or, yeah, 11 points of damage. I just don't think that there's a world in which Enigma lives through all this. You know what I mean? Like, that's huge for me. Like, that's a big thing right there that I just did. Like, well, why wouldn't they have done this previously? You know, like, what the hell is that all about? Okay. Interesting. I think I've seen... I don't actually remember. So we could take 4 here, try to do something. We could just not do that at all. We could instead threaten lethal on our turn. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure this is right. Pitch this. Pitch. So theoretically, we want to do this. I think I'm fine taking 4. Especially if what they're gonna do is play something with Phantasm. Which I knew they would. Okay, you're gonna give it a go again. And you're gonna transcend. You're gonna do the thing. Pop it. Lose your action point. Gain a life. All right, so the real question here is, do we try to sneak the overpower in? Because we're going to come in for 4. They don't have any more Waning Vengeances. They don't have any more Waxing Specters. They have 1 Red Moon Chakra, which, like, might be a lot. But they'd probably have to defend with a card from hand. We could just also threaten... I mean, I guess we could just, like, figure it out, right? I think at least we know we're doing this. Okay, there's the Red Moon Chakra. So it's prevent 3. They are giving me a card, though. So, actually fucking huge. So I can give it +4, or I can give it +3. I think I just have to play this. So we'll clear the Waxing Spectre at least. Still keeps them with a Spectral Shield, which kind of sucks, but... We do have shunts here, though, still, I think. I think we still have shunts available. We do have shunts. So the funny part about this is that if we shunt them, we still send 7. cool. How many cards do they have? Not enough to block 7? I would imagine, like I said, the worst part, I think the worst part about this is that I'm swinging 4 all the time. They're able to make 2 on each turn. But we just need to strip cards that actually block out of their hand. Okay, we clear them. That's what I like to freaking see. That's what I like to freaking see. And now if they make one... Oh. Ooh. Do they have another chi in their hand? This is the make or break question. It's an Astral Etchings. Y'all ready for this, dude? You ready for this shit? You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna like what this is gonna do. Fuck. Huge value, dude. What the fuck? And now you just have chi. Whoa! Enable chat? Oh no, am I about to get flamed? I'm so sorry. Oh, gee, good game. The first game of Enigma and Storage. Testing out some generate shit right now. Oh god, that was crazy. Oh yeah, that's good. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. What a match. Yeah, they were on 6 chi. 6 chi and an Astral Etchings is all they had. So even here, they could have blocked 3, used Enigma's ability to make a Spectral Shield. Would have blocked out 4. And then on their turn, they would have pitched to Enigma, sent 2. I would have just blocked it with the put in context and then sent 4. And they can't block that. And then they lose. Oh, golly. What a game. All right, positive record. Positive record. That's hype. That is hype. Yeah, I think the deck is like really good. And I'm not going to lie, I think I do like it with Overpower in it now. I took out Engage Swiftblade and put in Overpower. Like, I think it's not bad. The red Overpower, I can't find a place for that at all. The best I could do is maybe remove Heimdall's Fighting Spirit, right? But outside of that, I don't know. Because the issue I have with putting in red Overpower is that red Overpower is going to say, okay, cool, +4 and then +2, right? So it'll be +6, but I need to give 2 cards for that, right? I need 1 card to swing a weapon to pitch. So I need 2 blues and the Overpower in order to do that, which is easily said. It's easily done, but I think at least at the end of the day, they also block 3, which is probably better. But I mean, the results feel pretty good on this. 60% win rate so far out of 50 games. I don't even remember playing all these games. I think, Braxton, is that you? How many of these are you? That's crazy. That's cool. That's fun. Sam, what the hell? That's so cool. The fan club, my God. What the hell? I love my community. I love y'all. Okay. Let's get one more game in, huh? Why not? Let's get one more game in. See what we can muster. Hopefully we don't have to go on another grind fest. Damn it. What did I say? This might be just a situation I go first. I mean, they're gonna play this stuff at instant speed anyway, so good luck, have fun. I will put in the Scar for Scars and the Wounded Bulls. That's it. No, I don't think it's because you're here. Ooh, this is different. Ironhide Helm and Wave of Reality. I think I just send 7. Yeah, I think we just send 7. Because they're probably going to play like 12 things here. They have Ward 1 on board. We've got 2 in hand. Could be anything. Could be an Iron Song response. Very interesting though. So what is this? This is the rabbit hide one, or it's the one that searches chi. It's one or the other. I'm assuming it's rabbit hide because it's like Ward 4 or some shit. Springboard somersault. It only blocks for 2. And it's gonna block for only 1. Ah. Then Transcend? I mean, I guess you still get that, right? No go again on this thing here, though, so... Ooh, it's a big board. This is a big board. Why are you swinging with that? I will just take 1. Interesting. Send 7. Okay, Moon Chakra. Three, 6. Okay, so probably just get this off here. Probably keep the Waxing Spectre, I'd assume. Oh. So maybe keep the Waning Vengeance? So you don't get the Spectral Shield off that. That's kind of bad. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can take this all day. Do we just heal here? No. Send 4. Send 4. Yeah, having poppers in the deck is really good too. It just kind of like keeps you in a good balance of places, you know? You're always getting that good stuff. Okay, they're just gonna prevent 4. Or they can have a D-react. Just remember, D-react's gonna get halved. I mean, we gotta. Pretty much have to. If they have an unmovable, they just have it. Yep. That's fine. I still get a thing from you. I get a spectral shield. All right, we can shunt here for sure. We're gonna shunt here. Bink. I feel like I should just keep sending the sirens. Let's just send Sharpened Steel. This is gonna be for 5. They're also out of unmovables already? Yeah, no more unmovables or springboard somersaults. So they're just like blocking from this point forward. It took damage. I will arsenal that card. We did not draw a popper. That's gonna feel bad for us in a second here. Okay, they're double transcending. I think we might take damage here just to send 4 into 6. Oh. That's a lot more damage than I expected to take. You can do 4 into 7 here. No, you should take 4. That's fine. Aqualapse to give it go again? Huh. Sure? What else are you doing? Spectrum. Oh. That's pretty good. I'll just give you 4 here. Well, this makes this turn a lot better now. Cats are crazy. I don't know what to tell you. They're just like that. Give you 4 go again. Clear that aura. You're gonna want to block with this at some point here. Oh, that's actually so good. I didn't even think about that. They get to block again with their Aqualapse. That's so good for them. Shit. That does not say Blade Break on it. Golly, I'm stupid. Okay, I'm still clearing this. You have to give me 8. Probably give me your Ironhide helmet this rate. And again, I'm not winning the life total race, but I am winning the fatigue race. Okay, they did take damage. We do have a popper. They're not getting the value. Let's go. So this is all the Wounded Bull. Fucking what the shit. Interesting. Block. Iron Sage Hero Scramble in Tokyo. 5 Chain, 2 Oldham, 1 Valda. What the hell? That's nuts. What's up, Dylan? I'm literal. I have to catch up on that. I was unaware that it was going to be that insane. I think I just block here. I just take 3, heal 1. Yeah. Heal 1 and then send this. Because again, I am winning the fatigue game here, so we're going to keep doing that. Sucks we had to give rid of 2 poppers, though. We are not in a good spot when it comes to poppers. 1, 2, 3, 4 poppers out of our 6. So half the field was Ira, and none of them made it into top 8. Is bonkers to me. Oh, there's our other one too. This deck has got to be just different as hell. Like, what in the world am I looking at right now? Haze Shelter. Okay, I see. Damn, I would kill for a freaking shunt right now. What if we can do... And I need a blue, blue, blue. We can keep this. It's actually fine. They're at 9. That's insane. 243 players are out there playing freaking Sage is the most insane stuff. You're not ending your turn. Why did you do... Well, you could swing this. Yeah. I was like, that swings for 4. Why would you not do that? That's insane. 56 Ira. 56 people were playing Ira. What the hell is even that? Okay, we are going to just send like the fucking nuts and hope they block it. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what chain decks were happening there. Was 2 Oldham? They're not blocking. They're not blocking. They're not blocking. They're not blocking. That's not good. I fully expected them to block. I fully expected them to block. And they have another one. That's a shunt. That's what we like to see right there. We will pass. Pitch that. Sure. Shunted. Oh. Well, that's really good. That's actually not that good. Overall best deck. You think Chain is the best deck in format from a matchup perspective. Yeah, get rid of the winning. Oh my god, that's so good for them. Bet you don't have another one. Oh, Ira. I mean, I do think Ira's usually the best position, but... there's probably no world they take 4 here, right? Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, she kind of is like the all-rounder, you know? Like, she's got a lot of potential into multiple different things. I think I just need to send this for 6. Sure. Well, that's fun. Thanks, Zanky. I think we just send 6. I just need heal at this point. Sending 6 is more than 4, and I wasn't going to be able to pump it anyway, so better to try threatening this than not. I don't know. This is an interesting build. I've never seen Wounded Bull Enigma. It's a very interesting takeaway from this. They're out all of their moon chakras, unless they're playing the blues, which I'm assuming they are. I think they used all their... They have 1 haze shelter still out. Haze Shelter is so good. I'm just gonna play Hope Merchant. Yeah, right. Dude, Hope Merchant Zen's crazy. Like, Hope Merchant Zen is going to be nuts. I have not got, obviously it's like last in the list for my A to Z stuff, but like, boy, howdy, that is a rough one. It's crazy. 5 chain? How are people losing to chain? Yeah, but like you don't get dirge, like it's just not a thing. Also, I'm definitely gonna get hit with go again on this thing, right? Let's block that. Oh, Pummel. Pummel? What the fuck? That's weird. All right. Pummel? Blue pummel? There were 2 pummels in that hand. What in the what in the hell is happening? I don't like anything about that. That's wild. Zanky was just telling me about... Oh my god. Blue pummel goes crazy, by the way. What the hell? That's something that now I have to like fear for my life. It does activate she. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what this is Bullnigma, like. This is wild. I'm so curious. Okay, double transcend. So it's already looking worse for me. Can I get the list? That is what I am working on. I'm using my Zanky is a viewer of the channel, so I am I'm gonna sneak some lists from them. I gotta remember, what does the flip thing here do? Okay, so they took 4. I got a popper, 2 poppers. This is death now. Well, they transcended in this last hand, so they probably don't have that, and I know they don't have the pummel. Oh no, wait. Preserve Tradition says, you know what? It's not in here. That's interesting. I think I should probably just say block 3. Give it go again. So they did have another chi. That's crazy. It's fine. Enigma. It's perfect for me. Like, I think I just sent 7 on this next turn, but... Oh, God. I'm also going to play this, but it's just going to be for 7. This is just so weird. Okay, and then they're out of Waning Vengeance and Specters. Unless they're just on... Unless they're not on blues. Oh, yeah, of course you can undo. Okay, I'm getting 2 cards from them. Probably shouldn't be playing these. am now... I have 1 Pauper left in the deck. Yeah. Oh no, I don't. I have no Paupers left in the deck. Not good for me. Big Blue Sky. Oh, I needed that Scar for a Scar so bad. Let's just take 2 here. I need that Scar for a Scar more than anybody will ever know. I could just ping here. I just don't want them to get more. You know what I mean? No, I think we're just gonna ping. Yeah, that's good. That's actually better, because we're just gonna do this then. I don't know how you deal with 9 very well, but I'm assuming you do. Okay, bring it down to 8. 8 on 2. You need something else. You don't have it. Good game. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. I guess that was a tough one for sure. I think that one was about, we had to get lucky for sure. We had to get lucky, like, for sure. List looks to be pretty stock standard stuff. Blue Pummels, Big Blue Sky. It looks like 4 copies of Phantasmal Haze. No, 1 red and no, 2 reds. 2 reds, 1 blue. Oh no, 2 blues. Just caught him on the turn. This is why these decks are so rough, because you don't get, like, you don't get to block during some of these turns. So, all right, cool. Well, that leaves us at a whopping 4-2. We have done pretty well for what it's worth. So that's been fun. How have you guys been enjoying Decimator Olympia? Do you think that it's got play? Oh, what I want to do is I want to look at that freaking thing. Where's everybody finding the data on the Japan thing? It looked pretty good. Oh, it's okay. I don't, so in the links, in the chat, I actually don't have, I don't have the ability for people to post links. If anybody does want to post links, let me go ahead and hit you with this. This is our Discord server. If you ever want to share links about decks or anything else regarding that with our community, feel free to go ahead and do so in there. We have a Silver Age area where you can post a deck link. You can obviously DM it directly to me if you really want to, but sharing is caring if you are willing to do so. I want to find out where all the stuff is. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yep, I see you there. Hell yeah. We got the gang going. Everybody's hanging out and vibing. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. So much fun. All right, somebody give me the deets as to the freaking... What? Is it a Bluesky? I just want to know where the data is. I want to know where the data is. I wish to know the data. Where is the data? Hell yeah. Well, thank you all for joining the Discord. By all means, just as a heads up for everybody who is joining the Discord with that Discord link, just know, feel free to talk amongst yourselves in our general chat, however need be, right? As long as you're following the rules and not being an asshole, whatever. Just know that I normally do not check our Discord. That's because I have far too many other things that I'm checking all the time. I tend to forget that I even have a Discord. So if you do want to get a hold of me for anything, or you have like a question for me, or maybe you just wanted to like start a discussion, you can tag me personally in the Discord. Just don't like spam me, you know what I mean? And I'd be more than happy to do it. That's the only time I'm going to even remember that I have a Discord is if people ping me. Because I have most of my stuff set to mute just because I don't want them flying off the rails all the time. But I'm happy to get new people in. Happy to see new faces as well. You know, it's always good to see everybody coming in and hanging out and enjoying the stream. We got 6 games in over the course of a few hours here, so not terrible. I know we took a little bit of a food break. Hell yeah. All right, sick. Oh, I see it here. Cool. All right. So if you are part of the Discord, this is there is the Enigma list in our Silver Age channel. So Xavier, if you're not in there, feel free to go ahead and join that. Otherwise, I can shoot it to you in the Colorado Discord too. So I always just think it's a sharing or caring kind of deal. So always happy to be, you know, again, it's a fun budget format. So happy to continue to bring new life into Sage, into the space. I'm just so, well, right now I'm delirious. Right now I'm very tired, but overall, I'm happy that we were able to get some good results there. So yeah, 4-2 today on Olympia. I do think that Overpower did me pretty good in that game, in many of the games. So I think Overpower can definitely be put in there for the Engage Swiftblade, so I think that's probably what we will do. What else? I can't think of what else. We have new stuff coming out, obviously, on the channel. New Silver Age content coming out. I should have, hopefully, Florian up, actually, tomorrow. If I get up early enough and actually get that to happen, then I can get Florian all up. And then after that, we're just going to continue pushing down. I've made several decks. I don't know if y'all have seen this. I've made a lot of decks recently. A lot. So, with that being the case, we have Florian. I've then got a Terra deck, a Scurv deck, an Ira deck, a Gravy deck, a KR Dangerous deck, Kasai, Lyeth, Kasai, Katsu, Kavdane, KO. Like, I've got lists. So, I am going to be getting those recorded tomorrow. Fun fact, I'm also going to be recording a little video with Dylan from TCG Talk, who was just in here. Not sure if they're still in here, but I'm doing a video with him tomorrow. That should be up on his channel. So if you do want to go get more Silver Age discussion between some very, I guess he's probably more of a well-known content creator in the fab space than I am, but we're going to talk Sage, so it's going to be a fun time. And then Sunday, I might go to an armory. I'm not too sure yet, but I'll have a bunch of stuff like set up and ready to go for tomorrow. I've got my casual night tomorrow, so we'll be playing more Sage then, and then just kind of like slamming out new things. So I'm very excited. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna like Kavdane. I'll give you all a sneak peek, right? This is Kavdane. If y'all want to see this shit, this is the degenerate shit that I'm building for Kavdane. Where in the world are you ever going to find a deck in which you can play Slogism? Look forward to that. That's gonna be a good time. But that'll just be a fun little meme hero to build and play around with, right? But it's gonna be a very, very fun couple of weeks. Obviously, I think if I recall correctly, Valencia is sometime. I am playing Regurgitating Slog, I'm pretty sure. If I'm correct. Yeah, 2 copies of Regurgitating Slog. Along with Slogism. So, fun times. Then we have, yeah, Valencia is not this weekend, but next weekend. So that'll be really cool because it's Thanksgiving weekend. So not only do I get a 4-day weekend, but I get to spend 2 of those days watching this. Obviously, the Battle Hardened is not going to be happening until Sunday. So we have to wait a little while until we learn about the Sage stuff. But we might learn about new pen spoilers during these. And more importantly, I'd be very curious to see if they actually do, record or live stream the Battle Hardened on the Sunday of that day or that weekend. So this is going to be something to keep your eyes out to. If you're in Valencia, if you're going to Valencia, take note of what happened in Japan. Take note of whatever your local scene is going to look like. But I think it's going to be a very interesting meta call. And especially like when you consider where everything that's happening in Tokyo. I think that when you look at the same format, but you're in the States here in the United States, you're probably going to see something significantly different. But yeah, calling Valencia November 28th, and then it is in December. There is the Calling Seattle, which is going to be the US side where there is going to be that Sage Battle Hardened. And then there's going to be the Calling Hong Kong at the end of December, towards the end of December, right before the holidays, which will be another Sage event in Hong Kong. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. There's a ton of other little things going around here. Like all these, this is just going to be so cool. I'm so excited. Calling Jakarta, U.S. National Championships in Minneapolis, which is going to be a trip, right? It's in June, though, so I have some time for sure. And then Pro Tour is in July. So these back-to-back kind of suck. Because, like, Pro Tour Vegas sounds like it's what it should be at, but, like, the U.S. National Championship, I think, is, like, probably going to be the more beneficial thing for me to go. Because, like, June and July, I think I just need to save money from, like, that point all the way on. But luckily, I'll be playing Sage, so I can save a whole bunch of money. But anywho, that's going to be it for me today. We're going to go ahead and call it here for the night because it's 1:30 in the morning. And I've been streaming for 4 hours. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who showed up today. I really do appreciate you being here. I really do hope that Sage is an interesting thing to watch from a viewing perspective. Hopefully, I also gave some tips and tricks. And I know sometimes it's like, you know, Decimator Great Axe is Decimator Great Axe, but overall, game's really tight. And it really does kind of showcase like your skill in the game whenever games go that long and you're really just like trying your best. But yeah, there'll be plenty of more things to do for Decimator Olympia. I'm going to be able to, obviously I'm getting more A to Z videos out for people, so we're looking forward to that. What else? That's it. That's it. So thank you all so much. Oh, no, that's it. There's one more thing. We are nearing 3,000 subscribers, which I want to hit before the end of the year. And right now, at the way that we're growing, it might even be at the end of this month that we hit 3,000 subscribers. So if you have a mom or a dad or a brother or a sister or whoever, a family member, a grandmother, if you have 17 friends that know nothing about Flesh and Blood, but they're on YouTube all the time, get them over here. Get them on in here. I'll go ahead and I'll convert them into that. So, yeah, that'd be real cool if we hit that. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do for a giveaway and everything. So that'll be fun. But anywho, thank you all again so much for hanging out with me. I know I'm rambling now that it's late and I can barely keep my eyes open because this freaking light up here is in my eyes. But seriously, I do appreciate it, and I hope that we get to enjoy more Sage content together moving forward. So have a wonderful night. Enjoy your weekend if I don't see you anytime soon. And always remember to have fun in the Flesh and Blood. And I will see all of you beautiful Ashwings during our next live stream. All right. Bye, everyone.